Why, hello, peasantry and worker, underclass, sub-franchise citizens with only marginal rights, quarter share. That's right. It is I, Captain Slappy, Chairman of the United States Corporation. On Tuesdays and Thursdays between the hours of 3 to 5 o'clock. Or night shift. I'll be night shift U.S. Chairman. Nobody wants a graveyard shift anyway. So, oh my gosh, I think I'm supposed to be outraged like these mentally retarded YouTubers. Quote, content creators, unquote, that are working for foreign governments, right? They're fucking idiots. But you listen to them. Some of them are just so fucking dumb they don't understand basic shit about the U.S. corporation. Can we agree on that one? So this one is a sleek chic special. Just for the chic. For Chic and Gaz and some other people out there. On, if you listen to these stupid motherfuckers, they're screaming, oh my God, free speech, anti-Semitism bill. What are you, fucking stupid? That's not at all what that said. I bet you believe that. Come on, Sheik. You're like, I wonder what Slappy's gonna say. They're coming after us, Slappy. No. Well, maybe a little, but no. Technically, what they're going after is dissent of foreign groups, if you know what I'm saying, kids. But also, obviously, you have to remember these people have never done, the other ones have never done any research on Israel being a company colony, etc., so on and so forth. Correct. So just forget all the YouTuber retards. Just throw them out the door. Go ask someone like Andrew Bustamante. Go ask anyone other than these stupid motherfuckers over there, right? That think, oh, I'm a patriot. No, you're a fucking idiot and a retard. Stay over there at the children's table. Let the adults talk. Okay? So, at the end of this, there's only two choices. And the United States Congress is going to have to make one of two choices. And they're not going to do it in public, this is how I know I am always correct and never wrong. And I'm the only one to have ever done it. Okay? Not anyone else. Me, as usual, only one. So, stick with me here. What they're talking about is that U.S. Bill 6090 on the anti-Semitism stuff, right? Oh my gosh, you can't talk dirty about dirty stuff. So, I did a comment to some random fucking KGB bot account that had commented on some fucking idiot named Dr. Shiva. You know, he was definitely not on the Mayflower, so I don't know what the fuck these people are talking about they're racist against us. Motherfucker, you are new to the whole game over here, my man. You're definitely not on the Mayflower, bud. That one just so she can get a laugh. That's the oldest joke I can think of when it comes to this shit. Your family wasn't on the Mayflower. What's your last name? Anyway, so this is the fun. As soon as I can get it to load up, give me just a second. This is the fun of this bill, this quote anti-Semitism bill. Completely ignore the IH whatever fucking deal that it links to the bill, links to for, quote, definitions, unquote. Ignore it. They want you to go chase that because you're a fucking idiot. All right? I don't mean Chic. I don't mean Gaz. No. They're wanting you to go chase that. Gaz will catch this. Gaz will. I don't know about Sleek Chic. Gaz will catch this. Gaz will catch this for a reason. Because Gaz is the only motherfucker I've ever met in my life that is a what citizen? An original. What is he an original citizen of that no longer exists? Rhodesia. Okay? That corporation went downhill, right? Not due to Gaz, but you get my point. You do know that they had to do the same shit in Rhodesia as what they're trying to do here with this bill. I'm going to let you think about it for a moment. Let's take a smoke break right quick while we think about it with our brains, right? And while we do not listen to fucking 15-year-old quote, content creators, unquote, on the internet that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That scream and holler about, oh my God, it's the Jews, it's the... No, what the fuck? What? Okay, stick with me. So, dumb shithead says unconstitutional. Well, yes and no. But we are going to land on the side of, yes, unconstitutional. So I say, let me ponder, and I cogitate. All right, I cogitate. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging. Now, that's it. That's all I'm interested in. Dumb fucks chase the freedom of speech, my friend. No, you're a fucking idiot. Congress makes laws for Congress. Congress makes laws for territories of the United States. They legislate for that stuff. They cannot legislate between you and me. They can legislate between me, YouTube, and you. So, attempt to remember some basic, simple shit here. Don't get drawn into these fucking idiots that are agitating, that are paid to agitate over this. There are no good sides on this one. Stay out of it. Stay back. And remember what is legal, what is not, and what is real, and what is not. So, generally, that's construed as Congress has no right to establish a state religion, nor prohibit the free exercise thereof. Correct? Correct. So this bill would be stating that Jew equals race equals religion. That's what this bill does. What is inside this bill does not state a couple of things, which I found interesting. Because if it did, that would definitely be illegal. And it would never have a chance to pass. So they're only laying part of it up, and then they're linking and footnoting out. So if it does go through, then they'll bring out the footnotes into the bill as construed to mean Zionism equals United States citizen. Or, throw that away, Israeli citizen equals United States citizen. Wrong. Not the same thing. We'll get to that. You already know that. That's what they're attempting to connect, but they cannot do that legally. Mostly. Because I'll show that too. Okay, so remember, this bill is stating Jew equals a race, and it equals a religion, and it equals a citizen. A United States citizen. Okay, what part of that is wrong to you? All of it? Correct. So, and until recently, Jew equaled religion, not a race. Okay? We will get to that as well. People can get mad. I don't seem to remember Catholic equals race. I don't seem to remember Christian equals race. Yet suddenly now, Jew equals state-established religion and race and citizen class. Totally new. Because they have some wording in here that's very, very interesting. They keep saying you cannot disagree with or harass or a foreign national, or you cannot discriminate on nationality. So, Sheik, I've got a question. You're an American. Why would I be saying to you, go the fuck back to your country when you are an American? A U.S. citizen. So why would they put that in there? Exactly. Because that's not what they're trying to say. They're not saying Sheik is an American citizen. They're saying Jew equals race, equals religion, equals U.S. citizen, equals Israeli citizen. But let's say Sheik is from Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iran, one of the others, Turkey, right, Sheik? And what you do is you say, well, hey, Sheik, are you a U.S. citizen? Yeah. Well, I can't discriminate against him. Now, Sheik says, but also, I'm an Iranian citizen. Well, I am not. We're Scot-Irish. I don't hold citizenship with them. So what the fuck? Sheik doesn't hold citizenship with them. Other ones. So what the fuck? Why are they saying you cannot discriminate on national origin? Well, wait a minute. That's not the whole Jew thing anyway. But it is an Israeli thing. Okay, now again, let's reiterate that this bill is very specifically stating Jew equals race, Jew equals religion, Jew equals a protected religious citizen class above others as a state protected religion. And somehow a new race at the same time. Correct? It says religion equals religion equals race. That's what this bill is saying. Okay? What it did not say was Catholic equals race. Oh no, can't have that. Can't have that. Can't have Christian equals race equals citizen. Correct? No, can't have that. Can't have that. Okay, now there's a reason they can't have that. Not because Jews. It's because Israel is a company colony and they really want to keep that motherfucker open for business. It's obviously taken so many hits and it's such a piss poor managed dog shit failure at this point at 100 and something years. It's done. It's finite. Okay? Nobody wants anything to do with it across the fucking planet. Good job, Congress. Good job. You people are fucking idiots. This is why you don't listen to AT&T when they tell you dumb shit. This is why you do not listen to a fucking retarded Rockefeller or dumb fuck Vanderbilt or Henry fucking Ford. This is why they are not geniuses and you need to sit down and go, these motherfuckers are not that smart. Now we're fucking hung up with this piece of shit. But your military-industrial complex needs something to fight over or they go out of business. Ukraine apparently is not making them enough money. So this comes up. All right, well, it comes up because it's always going to come up. All right. What they would really love is a one-state solution for Israel, and it's called the United States. But the United States can't do that legally. Okay? So, anyway, back to the obvious. Jew equals race, religion, and special citizen class outside of the U.S., but also the U.S. Okay? All right. Now, the other part of the bill here, to provide for the consideration of a definition of anti-Semitism set forth. Well, it's just throw that away. That is attempting to link outside of this. If it's not in the bill, just ignore it. Because it's not in the bill. Even though they're linking to it, it's not a law. And nobody gives a fuck about that definition. So, all of this bill is no good the moment they change anything inside that other deal. So, anyway, they're very specifically stating, they do actually very specifically state this, concerning education programs or activities. But they're vague on for other purposes. And for other purposes. That's too general by law. So this is not going to do, I don't think this will pass at all. Okay, now, I say, unfortunately, it attempts to state education programs or activities and for other purposes, which it cannot generally do in creating and defining a new religious race class. Okay? I'm just asking you. Okay? One of the sections, Title 6 of the Civil Rights Act, prohibits discrimination. Now, this is where you got to be real careful because they did this on purpose. Discrimination on the basis of race. Stop. Why are they bringing the Civil Rights Act into this when Jews are a religion? Always have been considered a religion until recently. Now it's a race, according to the United States, and national origin. Now remember, they're also stating in programs and activities receiving federal financial assistance. So that means public education, not me and you doing business. Okay? They're not going to be able to pull that. But also, they screwed up on the one part. It's too general, so it's going to, I don't see it passing. All right, so it's going to be out. Now, another reason you would run a bill like this is to see how much heat you're going to catch. And man, are they catching heat. Okay? So, water testing, you know what I mean? Oh, I got to test the water alkalinity or the acidity. That's what this is. So, moving on. Again, an intentional religious race class creation, which is illegal by the First Amendment. Since Jewish is not a race and it is a religion by U.S. law prior to now. Okay? And since neither Catholics nor Christians, which are religions, are considered a race. However, if this passes, everybody, I got good news. You're now a religious citizen class and a race. So if you're a Catholic, you get to go out and say, yes, I am Catholic race. So you don't have to put white down on your employment stuff or that. No, you say I'm Catholic. Correct? Correct. Hot diggity, kids, we got it. You now get your Christian nationalism, but you have to share it with everyone else, right? So now you get to be Muslim race. Right, Sheik? That's what they just said, is it not? Okay. Anyway, by law, this is, according to this bill, if it passes by law, I get to walk out and say, I am a Christian race. I'm not white. Right? Right. This bill now proves that's true. So remember that Catholics and Christians are now a protected race, class, citizen, religion established by the U.S. illegally, but they still established it. So, you know, if we're going to go ahead and establish religions, correct, United States, then Catholics and Christians are now, you know, because evidently the First Amendment don't really count. And there's a trick to that. Some of y'all remember the old trick. If it's a voluntary offer, it's not illegal. Correct? Correct. If you accept a voluntary offer, it must not be illegal. So that's on down the line. I'm not going to go into it. So y'all older people know. Anyway, unfortunately, national origin is an illegal statement. Not national origin. National origin equals Israeli equals Jewish U.S. citizen is an illegal statement. Because it says, I must accept current foreign government citizenship holding citizens, for example, Israelis, as equal to my U.S. citizenship in the U.S., which it is not, nor is it equal to American Jewish citizens. So, I do not, by law, have to accept that an Israeli who is not a U.S. citizen is equal to Sheik, who is a United States citizen. Okay? If the law applies to me and Sheik, they're attempting to state, well, somehow it does not apply to the Israeli. And it's like, nope. No, you're right. We're just going to take all the laws back. It does not apply to foreign government citizens, and we're going to ship you out. It's free. It's in the books. That's what they used to do. So what we'll do is we'll do that. And since you cannot hold two national citizenships, that was illegal for a hell of a long time. And yet somehow we overlooked that. The point being is, that's not how that works. Okay? I can hold a state and federal citizenship, which is but three citizenships if you look at it. But anyway, you can hold that domestically. But I can't run to Britain and also be a citizen over there. Whether they say I can or not, I'm not going to do it because the Constitution says, no, you can't do that. Okay? But evidently we just ignored the Constitution for a long time, since about 1783 when they wrote it. Because it doesn't apply to the rich people. It's only the lower poors. You know, the poors. Anyway, and okay. So, those Israeli citizens do not have access to U.S. law or rights to the U.S. Constitution. That's a given, since they are not citizens. All right. I can and must, by law, ensure that foreign citizens engaged in illegal operations on U.S. citizens are clearly targeted by law enforcement. Correct? Correct. An Israeli citizen is not equal to a United States citizen. They are not a state citizen of ours. Sheik is, I am, Gaz is not. I can't technically make him an honorary United States citizen. I think I'd get in trouble if I tried that shit. But, you know, he has permission to come and go as he pleases. So, anyway, the whole point of this is if you see an Israeli running around in North Carolina or wherever the fuck doing illegal shit, you're like, that motherfucker ain't from here. Pull his license. Well, he ain't got a license. He ain't got a passport. Get that motherfucker out of here. He's illegal. He does not have rights, okay? He's got to go home. He's got to go home. All right? Now, if you're Jewish in New York, you're an American citizen. Well, I'm assuming you're an American citizen. United States citizen. You got the same fucking rights as everyone else. Nobody is allowed to target you or start shit with you. Dig? That means law enforcement is supposed to cover for you too. And it means Israelis cannot target you as an American Jewish citizen. You can't do that. That is illegal. Make sure to say so. Okay? I'm just pointing that out. I am not allowed to go work for Russia as a Russian citizen and as an American citizen. Why the fuck do you think you can? The law applies to everyone or it don't apply. And you don't want it going to the way where it don't apply. Because then we start putting motherfuckers on boats and shipping them to Israel. So you're not from around here. You got to go back. Right? All right, now. In that section, it's attempting to state that somehow American Jewish religion citizens. You're an American citizen that is Jewish. Okay? It's attempting to state you're somehow not an American, but are a foreign citizen. Because look again, I'm supposed to not discriminate against you because of national origin. Your national fucking origin is the United States. Okay? It is not Israel. That's real clear. You're not an Israeli citizen. Okay? I'm just stating that. Now the assumption being what they're attempting to state is that the assumption is your primary citizenship is Israeli. Okay? And now you somehow are a secondary United States citizen. That you're tied together under a, quote, Jewish religious race. A special status as a state religion, as a race, and a special citizenship class. Okay. One of the other sections, 3, discrimination against Jews. Now that's real clear. Well, let me put it like this. Did you notice how it says this? Discrimination against Jews. It did not say, I'm going to throw this out here. Did you notice it did not say discrimination against United States citizens? Well, isn't that interesting? It didn't say discrimination against Sheik, a United States citizen. No. It said discrimination against whatever Jews are, which earlier said was a foreign-based, secondarily U.S. citizenship religious race class. Correct? That's what it said earlier. Anyway, discrimination against Jews may give rise to a violation of such title when the discrimination is, but now watch, it says it again. Discrimination is based on race, color, or national origin. If they are United States citizens, why does it say discrimination against Jews? Because that is not what this fucking bill is saying. One way to do it is shift all American citizen Jews into being Israelis first. And therefore, we can't let anything happen to Israel, can we? Okay, I'm just going to point that out. Which can include discrimination based on actual or perceived shared, now watch, shared ancestry or ethnic characteristics. Again, what are they saying? Jews are a race and a religion and are U.S. citizens and are Israeli citizens and are now a special religious citizenship class. That is exactly what the fuck that says. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, sorry for you. Let me move on to the next one because this can seem weird. Anyway, this section is clearly given special citizenship class to this, okay? And it keeps punching on national origin. That's very specific wording. Quote, Jewish, quote, national origin. Stop. You're a United States citizen if you're a Jew. United States, Jewish, underneath. Okay? Me, United States, white, underneath. But that's not what this is saying, is it? No. 4. It is the policy of the United States to enforce such title against prohibited forms of discrimination. Rooted in anti-Semitism. What the fuck? A worthless term. As vigorously as against all other forms of discrimination prohibited by such title. Now hold on. Now it's saying anti-Semitism must mean protected religious citizenship class, which is now a race, which is now Israeli, and also United States citizen. See? Okay. And I said it's an interesting mushmouth legalese statement of no merit in general form, and it can't pass legally. It does attempt to state that groups, generally terroristic in nature, and most likely foreign, targeting U.S. Jewish citizens have no protection, which is a correct statement. The rest of the implication is incorrect, okay? It would be then implied by law, construed heavily, that if American citizens disagree with the newly established, are you ready, Israeli race, religion, United States citizen with equal U.S. citizenship rights, that it therefore must mean that whoever disagrees is part of one of those terroristic groups. Okay? Okay. Another one of the sections B, improve safety and security for blank communities. What does that not say there? Did you notice what it did not say? We just did this. Did we not just do this just a minute ago? Improve safety and security for blank communities. Did you notice it did not say improve safety and security for United States citizen communities? No. It says for Jewish communities. Stop. You can't do that. You are now establishing, quote, Jewish, unquote, as a established state religion. Huh. Interesting, am I right? Interesting. And as we know earlier, it said American citizens that are Jews are now race, religion, special status citizen and are Israeli citizens. And Israeli citizenship comes before you being Jewish and you being American. Interesting, huh? So whoever put this together did a fantastic job in fuckery, in jibber jabber. And unfortunately, YouTubers that I keep seeing are just complete fucking morons that don't understand what they're talking about. Okay? So, again, all American Jewish citizens have equal right and access to law enforcement at every level now, which they do. So why is this very specifically stating not U.S. citizen communities? And this would again be the statement they are special citizen class, race, religion above other citizens. All right, moving on. Congress finds the following. This is what they found. Anti-Semitism is on the rise in the United States, and it is impacting who? U.S. citizen students? No. No, it didn't say that. It keeps saying is impacting Jewish students in all of these places. Why does it say that? I think we just covered that. Because it just said earlier that foreign nationals. Well, wait a minute. Aren't you a U.S. citizen? So why are they saying Jewish? Right? Right. Okay. Again, now the statement that at least within the public school or public education sphere of the U.S. control, which is legal and correct for public schools, that Jewish equals a new race, religion, citizenship class, which is that's completely incorrect legally. Okay? Because on the backside of that is an arrow pointing to Israel citizenship, that you are automatically an Israel citizen. But also there you okay? All right. That's exactly where they're going to go with this. Okay. Definition, section 4. For purposes of this act, the term definition of anti-Semitism, or as Bill Clinton say, what does the word is mean? What is? Yeah. That section is absolutely irrelevant since the bill itself is creating a new race, religion, citizenship class not allowed by the Constitution, which it is not. Okay? It's not allowed by the Constitution except for a voluntary tender offer, which we've discussed in other videos. So, Section 5, Rule of Construction. And it's stating, this is how you must interpret the courts, not me, the Civil Rights Act. In reviewing, investigating, or deciding whether there has been a violation of this. Again, watch closely, and they made sure to put this in there again, on the basis of race, color, or national origin. Stop. It just said Jews are not U.S. citizens, basically, but are. All right, they keep saying Jewish. They keep not saying U.S. citizens. Oh, very carefully. It's very interesting how they're shifting you across constructive trespass. Transnational, it would be transnational definitions. What is it? I cannot remember who said it. That would be he says that would be amusing and completely insane to state that there is such a thing as a Palestine, England. What is that? Well, they did it with Australia, as we proved. There is no Australia. Well, there was an Australia in England on the books. That's where that was. On the prison deal. Right? Anyway, which I covered. Anyway, so they keep very specifically saying Jewish ancestry. Now watch, that says that is stating Israel. You're an Israel citizen. Israel first, not United States citizen first. Or Jewish ethnic characteristics, which again, Israel citizenship first, United States citizenship second, race, religion, special citizen class privileges. Okay, the Department of Education shall take into consideration the definitions of this. Correct. I don't have to. You do not have to. In the schools, I don't know if this will pass or not. Probably not. Anyway, yet again the same. I have yet to see Italian or Irish defined as a race, religion, new class of citizenship. It does not say that for us. Correct? For y'all Italians, when was the last time the cop pulled you over and says, what are you? And you say, oh, no, I'm an Italian race. Oh, but I'm also a new religion and new citizenship class based in Italy. Yeah, you try that fucking shit, dude. Go ahead. Watch what happens. All right. What about Irish? Well, we already know that's not going to fly. Anyway, it keeps stating their home nation is not the U.S., but is the U.S., because they got to keep them both together. At least weekly, very a weak form. Again, you're a United States citizen and underneath Italian, if you want to put it there, but white. Okay? That is also true of Catholics and Christians. There are no special race, religion, citizenship for them. Correct. Section 6, other rules of construction. B, constitutional protections. Nothing in this act shall be construed to diminish or infringe upon any right protected under the First Amendment. Okay, and I like Section 6 because it directly states I can completely ignore this law as not constitutional ab initio. Now, on the Shiva dude, who's a fucking moron, does not understand any of what I just said. All he wants to scream is how he hates Jews. Okay? Okay, American Jews especially. I mean, Dr. Shiva from India, yeah, he's the guy I'm going to trust. He's an American citizen, I assume. My point was amazing how all of a sudden, them American Jews. It's like, well, wait a minute, Shiva, you're doing the exact same fucking thing that you said I can't do to you. Right? So, you can tell Dr. Shiva to go get fucked as far as I'm concerned. Now, let me explain. Based on this bill, not only may I can legally ignore it and refuse to deal with foreign citizens who do not have a right to engage in illegal acts on American soil, to include targeting American Jewish communities, which would include Israelis targeting American Jewish communities illegally. I can also now legally state that American Catholics and Christians are now, according to this bill, an American citizen race that are being illegally targeted by Israel in illegal foreign intelligence operations. So, all the Catholics, all y'all out there, you are being illegally targeted by Israel. So, make sure to talk to the FBI about that. Make sure that we use those civil rights that Congress is so nice to give to us, to allow us to have. So, feel free, Christians and Catholics, to point out that that's a foreign government that cannot do that to you. So, since we're now to the point that we're going to legislate the establishment of religions, Congress, and that you're now establishing religious races and now religious race citizenship classes, all of y'all should go ahead and make sure yours is protected too. Okay? Now, definitely if you are a Mormon or a Scientologist, if I were you, I'd do that immediately. I'd immediately contact Congress and say, hot damn, Mormons are now a race. Hot diggity damn. I'm a special class of citizenship. Special, baby, special. Or Scientologist if you want to. I'm not against that. You feel free to go do that. Since we're going to make special dispensation with the Constitution, we're just going to ignore it. Then let's go ahead and establish Scientology as a religious race with very specific, very highly protected citizenship classes, okay? Above normal U.S. citizens. Above me. I don't mean shit. So, I'm nothing, so y'all can go above me now. Now, I do got to point this out. This one will be for Sheik and other people. For a chuckle. Zionism isn't a race or religion. You know that, right? Yeah, no, it's neither and has never been defined as either. It's not a race, not a religion, nor a citizenship class by law. And it's foreign. So it is not protected by law and may be ignored and banned, which includes any groups using, quote, Zionism, unquote, especially with interstate commerce and illegal operations. So if somebody comes and says, I'm a Zionist, you can just say, nope, that's illegal, can't have nothing to do with you. Because you're not a special race or religion. Congress told me so. So I don't have to deal with you, bud. Okay? You're a foreigner engaged in foreign shit. Because Congress told me so. It held my hand and said, Slappy, we now create religions. And Zionism is not one of them. Because I never saw it mentioned in that bill at all. So, I guess we're done with that part of it. Don't have to worry about that. So that means by law you're not required nor obligated to communicate or do commerce with any of those Zionist groups, and may ban on sight on your property as they are foreign intelligence operations on U.S. citizens, and they are a non-U.S. citizen class and they have no citizen rights and no access to U.S. law. Tell them to go away and have the cops pick them up. Correct? That's the law. That's what Congress told me. So, unfortunately, Israel Incorporated was clearly stated by the U.S. Congress and multiple presidents to be a sovereign corporation beholden only to itself. And therefore, by law, I am not required nor obligated by law to acknowledge it or its citizens as equal to U.S. citizens. And they have no right to American rights, the laws, or courts. Correct? Correct. Now, Congress can extend that helping hand to Israel, but they are not equal in citizenship to me. Do you know why? Because U.S. citizens come before foreign citizens. And Congress has clearly stated repeatedly that Israel is its own sovereign corporation. And I don't owe it anything. That's what they said. So I don't owe it anything. They don't have access to our courts and our rights. They're not equal in rights to you, because that's what Congress said. So unless, and here comes the sticky part I said was coming, unless the Congressional Corporation is now stating by law that Israel Incorporated is a company colony of the U.S. and a protectorate. Is that what Congress is saying? Are y'all saying that they're now my sub-franchise? Now, you know I'm being facetious and sarcastic when I say this. But wouldn't that mean y'all are telling me that Israel is my sub-franchise? That it's my territory, not Israel's, and they're not sovereign and never were. Well, in that case, I want new leadership over there. I need to go ahead and turn it over and get something better, because this is just not working out for me, if you know what I'm saying. And as a piss-poor employee, Israel is just going to have to get fired. I'm sorry, gents. We're just going to have to cut them loose. And we're going to have to get someone else in there that can do the job better. Okay? All right. It's not me, it's you. Literally, we're breaking up. Well, you're breaking up, if you know what I'm saying. In that case, I think I'm going to request a refund on Israel Incorporated, which is my right as an actual U.S. citizen with legal access to rights and courts of the U.S. So, everybody, make sure to send your congressman a letter requesting a refund for Israel. That you're not just, you tell them I'm just not getting my money's worth, and they're not U.S. citizens, and they are not a colony of ours, according to y'all. So, got to cut you loose, Israel. Just got to cut you loose. But anyway, that's what that bill said. That took me all of 5 minutes to read that bill and go, they're creating a new religious class, a new religious race citizenship class, primarily based in Israel, as an Israel citizen with a secondary citizenship of the United States. Again, that's a really old trick. East India Company attempted to do a bunch of that shit, and it did not work out for them. So, or it did, depending on how you look at it. Like I said, it depends on kind of how you look at it on this. None of this has anything to do with your free speech. You know why? It just said the Department of Education. Has nothing to do with you. Do you work for the Department of Education? Chic, do you? No? Okay. Are you at a public school right now screaming, "I hate Jews"? No? Well, I don't see the problem. Okay? What they're stating is, interesting, at least in the Department of Education, there is such a thing that exists as a Jewish race, religion, Israeli citizenship, U.S. citizen, is what they're stating. Inside the Department of Education. What part of that affects your freedom of speech? But I'll bet you 10 to 1 they want you to go out and scream about this so they can get further down the field with it, because you're the fucking idiot that makes sure this shit works. Now, I thought it was, I saw it immediately. It amazes me how dumb motherfuckers on YouTube are. All right. How stupid they are that it's fucking plain English and it's there and they're screaming like women. Like, I'm not knocking women. I'm just saying they're screaming like fucking teenage girls. Oh my God, my rights. What are you, stupid? Well, wait. Why did I ask that rhetorical question? You're a fucking idiot. Nobody goes to you and asks you, how should I design a law for a trade corporation the size of a continent? Nobody does. That's why you're on YouTube. Okay? Not understanding basics. Fucking 300-year-old laws and shit. Anyway, so, that being said, that's right, Captain Slappy beat everybody to the punch again. He is correct, and I thought you'd get a chuckle out of it because it has literally no bearing or impact on you whatsoever. None. None. I'm sorry, are you 70 years old? Are you going to run down and go to college real quick? And not only that, you're going to join college only to scream, I hate Jews. That's it. Or I hate Israel. Whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter. But you're going to go down and you're going to go to college now. Right now. That you just decided this is the hill to die on. Really? I think I don't give two fucks. I think it has little to no impact. And it is probably the most unimportant thing I've heard in a long fucking time. But, as a test case, look at how the wording is done. Right? The implications, the inferences, and specifically, as it states inside of it, the construction. Okay? Now, they cannot, by any stretch of the fucking imagination, pass this bill for one. But for two, let's say it does pass. At what point does the Department of Education apply to you? That's my point. So they're not touching any of my U.S. citizen rights. Well, it can't. None of this can. But I'm just curious. Am I supposed to be super angry and frothing at the mouth like it's a big fucking deal? But if I wanted to draw out certain foreign intelligence agencies and their foreign assets that are on YouTube and other places, I would, attempt to pass a bill like this so I can monitor, identify, target, and monitor, which is probably what they're doing to these people. And these people just popped out of the fucking woodwork immediately, huh? And said, look at me, I'm a giant red flag. Well, I guess some of us are smarter than others. Well, and some of y'all are just fucking morons. But none of the people I know, and not Sleek Chic, not Gaz, or none of the other. Anyway, I thought you'd like that. It was just for the hell of it because I just love that people get all emotional. Oh my God. It's like, it's fucking YouTube, dude. One, why are you acting like a fucking kid on YouTube? Two, did you really not read what the fuck it said? Nope. What you did do is you listened to some fucking YouTube retard and you're going to show up and tell me, well, that's not what that says. You didn't read the bill. I just read the fucking bill and explained it to you. All right? I don't give a fuck what some other retarded YouTuber said that don't even understand basic fucking law construction or basic fucking anything about the United States Corporation. Why would you listen to them? Somebody will. That's the point of it, wasn't it? So, again, as I always say, don't get wrapped up in somebody else's fucking operations and get burnt. Don't volunteer to be a fucking idiot for someone else for free. Don't listen to these fucking ignorant YouTubers. There's a reason they're doing what they're doing, and it's not because they're smart. It's not because they're helpful to society or anything even remotely touching that. So there is a reason to ignore them, all right? But anyway, specifically, this was a Chic and Gaz special, all right? Discussion on the bill. So, certainly, I'm sure Chic and Gaz may disagree with me on this, but you can't disagree with the wording in the bill, can you? Can't disagree with that. I'm not discussing anything outside of what it says in trade corporations. That's it. Well, what does this bill actually do? I know it doesn't take your rights away. I know it doesn't. You explain to me, are you going to run to college and scream, I hate Jews? So, really, do you usually do that? While you're in math class? Do you usually do that? Well, I was out in the welding shop and I was welding. And I just screamed, "I hate Jews," and they kicked me out. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why. Now, did you never possibly think that there were foreign countries involved in these, quote, protests, unquote, on the Palestinian stuff? So, gee, I wonder if this bill was attempting badly to slow that shit down. Those are foreign governments doing foreign intel operations. Oh, there's Mossad in Israel involved in that shit too, as you well know. Well, you pass this fucking thing saying, no, you can't do that shit on campus or on the fucking playground. You can't do that shit. All right? And watch the people lose their fucking minds, and then you go ask, why are you losing your mind over that shit? Why? Are you getting paid to lose your mind over that shit? Who's paying you? Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't you fucking lie to me. Why are you talking like you're a Soviet from the 1960s? Why are you doing active measure shit from the 1950s? What the fuck are you talking about? It's taking away your speech. What? Aha. That's right. And when the Mossad guy wanders by, you say, "Oy vey, you ain't from around here, motherfucker. Get back on the boat and go home." And that's exactly what you say. We know you're involved in illegal operations. You cannot be here. Get the fuck out. You cannot be here doing your shit. Get the fuck out. Simple as. I don't. Why do you need to protest? Why do you need a Russian to pay you to protest? Right? Why are you volunteering to work for foreign governments? Have we not spent 15 years doing this shit? How is it these people still don't know? And there's just a lot of people for one, so they're not going to know. So you know you are smarter than to fall for that shit, right? Right. So if they're doing it on purpose to fuck with you, do you think you should do what they want for free? No. So don't. Anyway, that's the end for me. Thought you may or may not enjoy it, but you already know the breakdown was going to be what it was before I started. So anyway, have a good whatever the fuck. Just don't go to campus screaming, "I hate Jews, they're fucking Jews, it's the Jews." It's like, really? This is what it's come down to. I'm beating the man. I'm going to take everyone down. How? Well, I'm going to go to the middle school and go on the playground and scream, "I hate Jews." Really? That's wow. I can see how that would help generations of Americans. I really do believe that you could probably fucking be the best president we've ever had. You'd make a good congressman. They're about as smart. Anyway, goodbye.